Hey, sports fans, it's Larry Eder. It's RunBlogRun. It's your favorite program, Socialing the Distance. And today we're featuring Josephus Lyles. And this is the epilogue where I get to say pithy things. But anyway, before I say pithy things, here's the deal. Please, 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 if you like us on social media. There's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Instagram. And please, please, please subscribe on YouTube, not the YouTube as I used to call it, YouTube. Okay? We've got over 500 videos up. There's some really cool stuff. Go back in the archives. See if you can find Cavs McKenzie. Cavs is one of my cult favorites. Anyway, today I interviewed Josephus Lyles, and I just got to say, our producer Mike Deering said it first. We could interview Josephus and Noah by themselves and together for hours. They are two of the most fun people to interview. They love talking about their craft. They're articulate, they're fun, and just watch the clip where I asked Josephus if he's competitive with his brother. It's pretty fun. But, Josephus has been known as a 400 guy, and he's run, I think, 45:08. But this year, he went down from 20.7 to 20.24 in the 200. What changed everything? It sounds like he was doing some faster work, working on his blocks. I think he seems much more confident. He ran the 20.24 in the States and then went over to Europe and ran a 200 and a 400, and both went pretty well. And he had a good time. And getting over to Europe was a story in itself. He's had 6 COVID tests this season, and bunches of paperwork to get over there. He works with Lance Brauman, that's his coach, and Lance also coaches Noah Lyles, his brother, and Shawnee Miller-Wevo, among others, and Jasmine Sawyer, the British long jumper. And our interview was far-ranging and wide-ranging, and what it was about was how an athlete during a pandemic can keep their head and have a decent season out of it. The disappointment of the Olympic postponement is obvious, but Coach Brauman kept their heads together, and they built a pretty darn good season. Josephus is a great young man. I've known him for almost 5 years. He's always enthusiastic, and he has a great smile, and he has a wonderful, honest laugh, and I enjoy that. I also enjoy just checking in with him about where training's at, where he's developed this year. All those things are important. But with Josephus and where he's running now, and where my guess is he'll be running next spring, I think you could see both Lyles truly challenging for Olympic teams. And that's a pretty difficult thing to do, to have two brothers who are that close. I think it's incredible coaching skill that coach doesn't have them competing with each other all the time and is able to let them focus on what they do best. One of the other things that was interesting in the interview today was that Josephus talked about the intensity of his workouts now as a professional athlete as opposed to before. One of the things he brought up is that in high school, he'd barely go under 50 seconds in the 400 during workouts. Now he runs workouts with 400s in the 45 range, and he's run workouts with 200s in the 19 range. So that tells you something. The quality of work, the intensity, but also the ability to stay healthy are all key. Nutrition plays a big part in it. He talked about his focus on eating well and where he gets good, healthy, organic food, hydration, using Pedialyte. It's the attention to detail that takes an athlete from a good athlete to being the best that they can be. Is it nature? Is it nurture? I think it's a combination of things. Um, the Lyles mom figured it out a long time ago, and she knew her boys were capable of being elite athletes, and she supported them, and she's managed them. Lance Brauman, as their coach, has helped develop them and encourage them, and his relaxed sense of humor gives them confidence. And the support of a brand such as Adidas. Adidas has been sponsoring these kids since they both got out of school. Uh, Adidas, one of my favorite brands, and they treat their athletes with respect, and they have a long-term approach in many cases. And that's what's pretty cool about it. It's that combination. It's that perfect storm of everything coming together. And you've got two athletes, two brothers who are so good. Today we interviewed Josephus, and we really spoke about Josephus. I only asked him a couple of questions about competing with his brother. I wanted to find out what makes him tick. It's very easy for media people. There's easy questions all the time. Easiest questions are, how do you compete with your brother? Boy, your brother's good. Where are you? And stuff like that. It's I got the same feeling during the Dan and Dave time with Dan O'Brien and Dave Johnson. And the easy questions were from people who'd never been to a track meet, and they were like, "You guys are bad boys when you were kids. What was that like?" And they had to play these roles. I don't want athletes playing roles. I want athletes being honest. That's what we try to give to you on Run Blog Run and on Socialing the Distance. That's what it's all about. I want you to see in those athletes, see inside them, and what they reveal. And everybody has their private lives too. I respect that. I'm not People Magazine. But when you see Josephus run 20.24, when you see him go 1-2 with his brother, when you see him challenge his brother, I want you to know why. There's always a fascinating story behind how athletes do things. And I remember spending some time with the Olympic filmmaker Bud Greenspan, and Bud told me to always look behind the story, always look for the less than obvious things. Take the time to really listen. And that's what we're trying to do here at Socialing the Distance. So thank you again for following us. This is the epilogue on our featured athlete, Josephus Lyles. And this is Run Blog Run. This is Larry Eder. I'm going to ask you a couple things. If you like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you love us, subscribe on YouTube and see our videos and check out stuff and enjoy things and pass these around. The more eyeballs, the more Pete's coffees I can get. Okay? Anyway, Larry Eder, Run Blog Run, Socialing the Distance. Thank you, Mike Deering, for producing and managing this. Thank you, son Adam Johnson Eder, for trying to keep me focused and not rolling your eyes today and going, Larry. And thank you, kind viewers and listeners, for allowing me to do something that I've wanted to do and loved doing for years. So talk to you soon. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Isolate. Inside, wear a mask. Outside, if you're not going to be 6 feet away, wear a mask. It's caring for other people. Sharing is caring. Remember. Okay. I'm done here.